Barsho Chedang Sogi Jognamla Jamchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Daki Chunyen Gibe Sanamki Chola Penchir Sangye Drubarsho
Sangye
Chedang Sogi Jognamla Jamchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sanamki Gola Pinchir Sangye Drubarsho. Okay, go get him, Seiji.
Alright, so now we got into the karmic correlations part, so most of my questions are about that. So, what is the cause for getting a disturbed mind? Please name the 5 examples the text mentioned, or the 5 objects, that is.
Shocking someone else's mind.
Can you give me 5 examples of who? What sort of people? Teacher, relatives?
Teachers.
Oh yeah,
friends.
Friends, relatives,
Friends.
friends and relations.
No, that was Dr. Ruth. And, well, it said family in general. Like your parents and your family. Oh. Oops.
I was going to say the speaker doesn't work.
So, what is the cause for being tormented by fierce hunger and thirst?
Stealing. Making a bet with Dr. Wu.
Stealing by force?
No, and being
Or
cheap.
stealing by being
Burglary.
Yeah.
And being cheap.
Yeah, that's basically it. And in any case, and in either of these cases, what should we do after we realize the crown of knives has turned on us?
Stuck.
Chill out.
Take it on ourselves.
Chill out and keep going. And
More specifically,
Think of other people's good. Think of how to benefit.
he mentioned a visualization that you should do.
Oh,
Giving a bliss to the other beings.
First you realize it's the bad deeds I have done in the past.
It involves your lama.
yeah. Bring a teacher to the top of your head or right in front of you, and then
But not
try to ask them to help you take on other people's problems.
Did we have that in this section as a visualization?
Yeah, well, he summed that up in saying, bring your teacher and do Tonglen.
Right.
But there's a debate about that in the text. I thought.
What's that?
I thought the word maybe was that you request to your Lama.
That
Whether it's visualized or to request.
well, you visualize that you're requesting.
No, it was. We were wondering if it was a typo. Was it Saratop or was it Suntop?
Yeah.
I guess so. Wasn't it a typo?
I'll tell you.
Do you remember the second Suntop we had, but was actually Saratop?
Yeah, we
changed
it to sell.
It was Sal.
We changed
Yeah,
Sultap to Sal.
it was a Tonglen Salta.
Yeah.
Featuring your lama.
So.
Salta.
Sultap
Yeah.
visualization.
Yeah.
Okay, homework, vocabulary.
Meaningless?
No point.
This question doesn't mean.
For example, if mental affliction comes to you, apparently.
For no
For
reason.
no reason at all.
Yeah.
Cute. That's nice.
That's good because normally it means
No point, no goal.
without any point, meaninglessly. But here it's different. Yeah.
Is it correctly spelled?
I don't know if the two necessarily would apply.
It would, I think. Yeah, but it's an adverb.
Yeah, no apparent causally. No,
Yeah.
I said it would
It's good.
apply.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee.
Cyril.
Causally.
Fierce.
Wait.
Do you want me to guess wrong to make you feel better?
Sirwa literally means to press, but in this case it meant to torment, like torn.
Anger.
Today's quiz, yes. Yeah. Oh, and the last one.
Fierce. Give this thing.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Seiji.
Okay, where are we? Here.
Can I share screen, Dr. Lamas?
Ding, 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 ding. we changed our palette from. What was the other song we were thinking about? Some terrible
Oh,
song.
no, it wasn't. It's been Layla much of the.
No, it's something else. Is this for me?
Yes, it is. It's
Okay,
fresh.
thank you.
Yes.
The chicken. The cow met the horse.
Mm.
Just kidding. Whoa, that's not a horse. All right. Now, just to bring you back to where we were,
Good call.
the root text said, I will take upon myself every hunger and thirst. Okay? And he was talking about all the hunger and thirst you have, you should, as we said before, self-dapa really. Visualize your lama, visualize the other person who has a problem, and be familiar. Okay? Then he's going to say more about the root text, which says, take upon yourself the hunger and thirst. The root text says, take upon yourself hunger and thirst. And he's going to make an interesting comment about how you can do it in a practical sense. Because maybe you don't have hunger and thirst in America. So, how are you going to do it? Okay, here you go.
Shenyang.
Wait, who's got the plane? Stanley? Come on, help us.
Shenyang trek kom tang tu len.
J.
J.
Not, yeah, don't go J.
Trek.
J.
J.
J. There you go.
J. J kom.
Kom.
Trek kom.
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 Yeah, first column. Kachatapatsa.
Trek kom tang
Kom.
tang tu len. Su yöte perna. Yöte perna. Rang re.
No, he was right.
Oh, yeah. Good for you, though. But get yourself up.
No, it is Nyum. Nyum.
Seiji said you.
Oh, he said Nyum.
Myung
Okay.
ne so dong wei se she dre kom ki dung wa chung wa na chung wa
Chongwa.
na go che.
You have that nice deep voice. You gotta use it. Chongwa. Okay. Shenyang, moreover, okay, he's gonna make here's another point you can think about. Tekom tangdulem. Tangdulem.
There is a way to take upon other people's hunger.
Yeah.
Manner?
What's tanglang mean for $50?
Tanglang?
Tanglang. Same word. Tanglang.
And
$50,
Giving, giving,
$40,
giving and taking.
$30, $20,
that was
$10,
Give it and shake it.
zero.
in the same.
Volunteer. Tanglan.
Minus 10.
These, in it means to volunteer in Tibetan language.
So take
Yeah,
Oh.
they're doing all this work as Tanglan. They're doing it as volunteers. They're not getting paid. It means not getting paid. Okay. Here it means take it upon yourself. Yeah. Tanglan. So how are you going to take hunger and thirst on yourself? He says, Perna,
For example.
Rangre, all of us guys, we do Nyungne.
Stay put.
$10, $9, $8.
Fast. He's trying to say,
Yeah, it's fasting.
give this guy.
Okay, I'll give you a 10. Just because I'm a nice guy. It's really only 8. Because at first you said fat, which is the opposite, which means you owe me $10. Okay, yeah, Nyungne, you should learn the word, okay? Nyungne. Nyungne means to purposely go hungry, to fast, okay? Yeah, well, it's not exactly voluntary. It's not Tanglang. I'm trying to get your salaries. Okay. Can you pass that down?
Maybe it'll only be 7.
There's 5 for Nyung and 5 for Ne. Okay. Nyung Ne Stok Tongwe say. Tongwa here means to do a fast. To observe a fast. Okay.
That's fine.
It's a verbalizer too. When you do a fast, And you got dungwa from your Tein Gom.
You got tormented by your hunger and thirst.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel just right now. Choana, when that happens, you know, I just figured this out this morning. I had a really weird interpretation of it, and it's Occam's razor, which says what? Yeah, the simplest solution is the correct one usually. I have this very complicated thing that could work, but then this morning I'm like, wait a minute, I know what this is. This is kochupa, and this is the imperative, which I've never seen anywhere. Okay, what's kochupa? For 50, 40.
Stop something.
Oh, I typed it there.
Yeah.
Cancel that bet.
Still doesn't sound.
I explained kochupa to you before. It's when you need pliers and all you have is chopsticks.
Oh yeah.
The chopsticks can go chupa for pliers.
Like in your dream.
Right. Yeah.
Blech.
So I didn't have the correct pliers, and the chopsticks can stand in for the pliers. Okay, they're not the same thing. They're not as good, but they can substitute in English. They can substitute for the pliers.
They'll cut it.
Yeah, they're good enough to substitute for the pliers. How does it apply here, Seiji?
When you're fasting on purpose?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good enough to substitute for taking on the hunger and thirst to everybody else. You might as well get some mileage out of it.
Right.
You know, you might as well say, I'm doing this for everybody. I'm hungry for everybody. You know.
Actually, you're literally hungry.
Yeah, I am. You can tonglen your fasting. Okay, you can tonglen your fasting. Of course, in Christian tradition, you should shut up about your fasting and just do it. No, they say it's kind of uncool to talk about fasting. Yeah, that you. What am I doing wrong?
Accessibility.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, don't brag about losing exactly 9.5 pounds, which is going to wipe out Dr. Wu. I mean, okay. All right. Okay. So this is the imperative from Chipa. Do it. You know, do it. No. Let it stand in for the other. Yeah. Do a substitution. Okay, cool. I'm so proud I figured that out. Okay. I can get proud about just about anything. Okay.
Wow, that's a cool
about not being proud also.
That's a master.
Yeah, that's a real master. Go. Wait, I want a real hustle. Come on. Hustle.
Dini ngar rangi ku trong serna. Trok serna.
No, this is Serna, which is why we have to say Serna for the other one. If you say Serna, you're a cheapskate, Serna. So don't Serna when you should Serna, and don't Serna when you should Serna.
Trok serna. Sok je pateta veche ki toki mine dak parnyu wayin dupe lama conchok yu kandrin
Yeah, the apostrophe is on the first word. Yeah, Katin.
kajin
Katin.
kachin
That's Katin.
Yinyam du sampa sokyang ja ge
Sung. Nice. This is really, in English we call it convoluted thinking, you know? You're going to twist your attitude around to some kind of purity by weird thinking. It's weird thinking, but it's spiritual weird thinking. High spiritual weird thinking. Okay? Like, I'll tell you, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, just put candy in front of me. Okay, in the past, dini, meaning this hunger and thirst that I have, dini, okay, this hunger and thirst that I have, dini, this thing, ranki kutok sena, I did 3 things we saw in the root text. Ku,
Further rise.
Yeah, I stole kind of quietly from people, like bank managers do.
Embezzlement.
No, not even that. I mean, just
Pocketing it.
investment fund people. Okay,
Oh,
told.
Man,
Wrong.
Then I took a gun and robbed somebody by force, and then I did Santa.
Did you share?
Yeah, I did not share. I like not sharing for this word because cheap is kind of. There's no good English word for Serna really. What's the polite word for Serna when you're talking about a llama? For $500. Yeah,
in Tibet.
I'm safe. I'm totally safe.
The polite word.
There's a polite word when you're talking about a cheapskate llama. It's thrifty in English. Okay, cancel that. Rungapo. Rungarpo. Rungarpo. You know, God, I don't know. RUSNGARPO? Something like that. The ngar may be something else. It may be DNGR. Rungarpo. So anyway, if you have a llama who's, won't pay money to buy noodles and you have to make them by hand so you can save 50 cents. Then you don't want to say a bad thing about your llama. You say, oh, he's very thrifty. Thrifty in English means doesn't waste money. Doesn't waste money. But it's a polite word for cheap. Okay, anyway. I'm just trying to deepen your understanding. Okay, etc. Tare. Tare means now. Okay, tare means tata. Tare means meaning in this circumstance. Not today I'm hungry. So now that's happening because, okay, now I'm hungry now, I'm thirsty. Because by the power of my practice of the Dharma, okay, then all those old karmas have ripened, as happens with the 4 powers, okay? They force the karma to ripen too early, prematurely, and then it's not as powerful as it would have been. But here, my attempts nowadays to be a translator in the mixed nuts, has forced those seeds to ripen, and I'm just hungry instead of having stomach cancer or something, okay? Got it? Takpar means having ripened, they are now purified, okay? The seeds are purified. Gyurwayin, that's what's happening. Yin dupe means that's what's happening. That's what's happening, okay? So really, this hunger and thirst is the gatin of my lama. So that's convoluted thinking. Yeah, I'm hungry and thirsty because my lama taught me Dharma and he got me into Dharma, and then all my bad seeds are ripening and I would have had stomach cancer, but now I'm hungry. Oh, thank God to my lama for being hungry, for me being hungry. Thank you, lama, for making me hungry. Okay, it's a whole new, this is Lo Jong. This is practicing the mind, right? This is a new way to look at your life. Okay, yeah, this one is good karma. You get good karma out of suffering from a bad karma. Okay, it's interesting. You write an epic, right? You change the story. You write a new story about the same problem. Okay, it's a DCI life tool, and it's the cardin of my coin chok. Lama and the 3 jewels, okay?
Oh, not my precious llama. It's
No. It's Lama and the 3 jewels, okay?
Isn't llama sometimes a force?
You can kind of, if you really have great faith in your Lama, you could say, this is my jewel Lama.
right.
You could say that, yeah, you could say that. And here's the word Kanten. As most of you know, I wrote a book called Kanten. And it's the prequel to How Yoga Works, and I've never published it because I didn't have time because I am preparing your translations. Okay, not to feel guilty.
Think how much worse
Yin Yam Tu. Okay. So, cha ge, you have to do it that way. You have to do it that way. Sung. He said, good, the Lama, because this is notes of a lecture. His whole text is notes of a lecture. The Lama said. Every once in a while, he'll remind you we're sitting in the audience. Every once in a while, and in the Lamrim of Pabon Rinpoche, we get the same thing. Okay.
Good debate on if that's a karmically neutral result.
Hmm? Oh,
Your
maybe.
your headache, your
Yeah.
Oh, karmically neutral, yeah.
But if you think about it the right way, it becomes karmically active. Okay, go. Just the root text.
So, one may, shen, one may, shen gi, cold,
Cool.
shin,
Norway.
Norway, se, men la, dang shin, train to Kowayu,
Yi.
Lenyang sum cha rang la Kowayu.
Okay, cool. Wang Mei?
no power.
Yeah, no power, but it means
No other power.
someone's bossing you around and you have Wang Mei.
Powerlessly.
Yeah, you are powerless to do anything about it.
Helpless.
Okay. Like you work for a crazy boss and the boss forces you to do things and you're like, Wang Mei. You have no choice. Okay? No choice. Shengi, some other person. Cool means to force you to do things. Like make a gopher out of you or something. Okay? That's called cool. Make a gopher out of it. Make you do things for them. Okay, cool. There's a cool that means to boil water, so don't make that mistake. And Narwa would say, Narwa means like Narme.
Suffering without end.
Yeah, someone torments you. They boss you around and they torment you. So this is cool because here's a correlation for getting bossed around, whether it's your spouse or your lama or your friends. Okay, here's the karma of why you're getting bossed around. Okay, now I would say the problem is you men la dung in the past. Dung is the same as choa, shedang, shedang.
Oh, anger.
Yeah, you got angry
At people
at people below you in
Power over.
yeah, people you had power over in the past.
Yeah.
You treated them badly. You were yelling at them all the time. You yelled at your staff in your past life, and now you are the staff who gets yelled at. You are the yelly because you used to be the yeller. Okay? Oh, dancing. Chen means a slave or a servant. Chen. Okay. You could say gopher in our culture. You know, you get someone who gets bossed around by everybody in the company. Chen du cool means same as cool. Okay, you boss them around. You made them do things for you. Okay, Chen du cool. Okay, and that's what caused me getting the same thing done to me, being bossed around by other people. And here's the refrain. Ta-da!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Last line.
Lengen Sencha.
the Wheel of Knives
Yeah,
Yes.
has turned
Go on.
yeah, the wheel of knives of bad karma has turned back on me again. Okay? This wheel has turned back on me. This boomerang has hit me again. That could be it. The boomerang banged me again. Just kidding. Seiji's so friendly. I'll probably do it. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Shete, Wang me tu shengi, kowa, ni, perna, ponpo, soki, ka chungse, ke chungse, kyang de long me, par wang me tu, min de, xing tu, yang,
Shindu.
xing tu, yang le la ju, ge pa, soki, lu sem la, dung yao ki, ngarwa chungwe, se sendi ni gepar
Ngepal.
ngepar ngar rang ki Mangpe Semchen Namla Dang Shuk Dang Minde Shintu Rangtu Ko
Chendu.
Chendu Kowa Soki Namintu Sangute.
Good. We've had most of this. Okay. Wang metu, meaning no choice. Yeah. I don't have anything to say about it. It means that. Okay. Yeah.
No say in the matter.
Yeah. Shengi, people around me, boss me around. Okay. For example, bumbo.
My boss.
Bumbo means boss. Yeah. Normally in Tibetan it meant a local government official.
Oh.
Okay. Bumbo meant a local government official. Okay. Bumbo and other such people. This K is instrumental.
Oh, by the word of them.
Yeah, they gave the word, they gave the order. Ka can mean order. Kangyur. The kan in Kangyur can also mean the order of the king. But it's command of my boss or these local people.
A little bit.
Dulong means time to sit. Okay,
You had none?
yeah, Dulong Mepa.
Not mine.
I didn't have a moment to sit on my butt. You know, I didn't have a moment to myself. Okay, I couldn't rest for a moment. Okay, without chungse moment.
I'm not even a
Yeah, not the time. I didn't have 5 minutes
Tiniest
to not write tips for Seiji. I just keep it, but I like it when you pick on me. I'm just telling you, I'm a schizophrenic. Okay, without the slightest moment to take a break. It means to take a break, Dulong, okay? Wang Medu, you know, without any choice of my own, without any say in the matter. And in fact, Mindu Shindu.
didn't want to do it.
Yeah, this Shindu is the present participle. Even as I didn't want to do it, even as it was something I didn't want to do, they jug me to lay.
Forced me to work.
Yeah, they forced me to work,
Push me to work.
and I had to do it. Gupa, okay, etc. And all that extra work that they forced me to do caused narwa in my lu and sim.
Suffering. Terminating my
Yeah,
mind by
Gave me mental exhaustion and physical pain. Okay, Dingyaki narwa chungwe say. Now, if that should happen to you, that you meet a bossy person, which is very rare, if you meet a person who wants to tell you what to do, okay, what should you do? Okay, well, now that you're gonna reinvent your attitude towards life, lo jong, okay, that would be a nice translation. Yeah, now, what should you do? Oh, this definitely came from, okay, Ngar.
before.
In the past, there were people who were member than me.
They were longer than me.
Yeah, this is the member in Tekman,
Right. The lower
Hinayana, lower vehicle. This is the one.
We say
People who had a
people
lower,
under me.
who had a lower position, okay, people under me, under my authority. Maybe something like, I got dungwa to them.
Anger,
Yeah, I give anger.
Pissed.
Here's shoot.
Shook at them.
power, fierce anger.
Yeah,
Like shoot that.
it's due to the power of my, yeah, it's Vega in Sanskrit, right?
Yeah.
Power. This is due to the intense power of my bad attitude towards people who worked for me in the past. Okay, dung. And other people, I tend to kulwa them.
I bossed them around.
I made them into my slaves.
Even though they didn't want
Yeah, even though they didn't want to. Unwanted. Okay. And this is the numbing that I got.
right.
My karma has ripened. Some good.
Like that.
You better think that way.
Yeah, you should be thinking like that, okay? Rather than getting upset. Rather than getting upset. Lo Jong, change your, reinvent your synapses. Think a different way. Lo Jong, think a different way. Learn to think a different way, okay? Who's up?
On principle, do you want these notes safely bolded?
Not inside a sentence.
Oh, it's just, see.
Yeah. I usually bold it when when it might be confused as a new. Okay, but I'll do it for Seiji because it is true he might think that's root text. Okay, those are notes to myself. But you read the ones that are not bold. Perna?
Perna, data, tata, ranche, gi, ranchaki, kyang sang pe, ulni, namla, dang shuki, tana, mi log, sunche, tawatang.
Mm-hmm.
Wang me tu, lela, warmen,
Parmental.
arme du, tu, kuwa, soche ki, soche ki, dupa, te tabu, namki le, nyengi drebu yinda.
Okay, cool. Berna? Okay, there's countries like Singapore, right, where everyone has got wealthy, and there's no one to dig the roads and stuff like that. Literally, there's no one who's not wealthy. So they bring in people from India or Philippines. The maids are all Filipino, many, and hard work is done by Indians. Okay, same in the Middle East. So I believe this is a reference to people north of Lhasa called Tsang. Utsang. Utsang is the central state in Tibet, but it really consists of two states, U and Tsang. U means middle of the country, and the state's name is U, which means middle, and that's where the capital is. But there's a state north of that called Tsang. Geshe Rinchen is from Tsang. And I find them quite cool people. They're different. They're more peaceful. They're not city people. And they work hard. They really work hard. And they're really good lamas. They make good lamas. Anyway, apparently in his time, they took servants from Tsang in Lhasa. Like, you can think of them as Western Chinese people, you know, like from Chengdu or who don't have money, and they come to the eastern ocean cities and they get jobs, doing small jobs, low-paid jobs until they live there for 20 years and then they come up, right? So it's like that. It sounds like, I'm not aware of this, but it sounds like he's talking about they get their servants from Tsang, okay? And then there's a word here called ulmi, which I don't know what it means, but mi as a second syllable often means worker people. So I looked it up. Here's from the dictionary. Ulmi is defined as ngade in the past in Tibet. We had people that telguk means they had to run around for you quick, meaning gophers, like gophers, or you know, servants or chauffeurs, or you know, like nowadays. But people like servants. Indentured servant is a kind of servant. They're like a slave. What they get paid, you take for their food. You pay them a salary, but you take it back for their food. So you tell them later, if you pay me enough money, you can go free. But then you charge them too much for their food, and they never go free. So it's like an indentured servant. Okay. Okay.
My soul with the company store.
Namla. Dang Shuki, you know, you got upset. You got upset or you got angry, and the power of your angry was expressed even in such small, tana means even down to going like,
Oh, that's Miklo?
yeah, it's Miklo, yeah, it's like, you know, and it's a kind of anger. And they say it's really bad with your lama, for example. Like you go, lama's yelling at you and you're like, yeah. And this look is called miklo. It's like in America, and I think it's cultural. I think it's different countries, but you go, what are you doing in France? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's called miklok. All the way down to miklok, tawa, to look with this expression, okay. You must have done it to the people who served you in the past. Oh, I'm sorry, we lost money on the retreat, and you're like, okay, tawa. Wang medu, and you gave them no authority, no power, and you parmedu.
During that time? Oh wait, you gave them no break.
Yeah, without a break, without any break, you kuwa them.
Work 'em.
It's similar to ku in Chinese.
Suffered them.
You made them work hard, yeah. You cooed them, okay? You made them work hard, etc. Now we saw before how an instrumental can slide into a genitive, okay?
Yeah, during Tendra.
This is something of that kind. But literally it should have been, this is something which is caused by that. So, either is okay, but it's a little sloppy.
It's good to know for hyper.
It's a little sloppy, yeah. This genitive is an instrumental, which slid into an instrumental, okay?
Into a genitive.
This is of that kind of activity, rather than this is caused by that kind of activity, but it's the same thing. This kind of things happening to me are the result of bad karma, okay? So what should I do about it, okay? And here's where we go to the next line.
Tani
Good.
Sok Chen Tu Ko Warja Sheten Dila Pechal.
Let's do this part first. Dani, so now what am I going to do about it? So what should I do about it? I should go my own lu and sok to others.
I should allow my body to be used by others.
Be a servant.
Yeah, or I should boss around my body and say, body, you're going to make a coffee for shopping. And then body has to do what I say. Okay, I should become
The servant.
the servant of myself in the service of others. Okay, I should tell myself, okay, now get up, you clean up the cups, I should tell myself. Should commit my body and my life to others, okay? And then he says, go ahead.
Shete Ndila Pechagashik Tu Sawa?
Yeah, what do you think it says? Yeah, some books say. Some editions read this line differently. Okay, some editions have a different reading, which we've seen with this lojo, which is often an indication that it was passed down orally for a while or something like that. And different locations have different versions. Okay. In some editions of this text, you see. Go ahead.
Lusok Chen Tu Ko Warja.
Yeah, see the difference? Dani Lusok Shendukuwacha and Dani Lusok Trendukuwacha. Okay. Yeah, I will make my body the servant. I will make. Oh, I think you're just supposed to plug it in here after Dani. Okay, Dani Lusok Trendukuwacha. Yeah, that's enough beats. Dani Lusok. Okay. Now I will make a servant out of my body, my whole life. I will force it to become a servant of others. Okay. So the one line says, I will devote myself to others. And the other line says, I will be the servant of others. This is Chula Das, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
His name means servant of others, Chula. He misspells it, but that's okay.
Chula das.
Yeah, Chula means a servant of others. Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
Where's the others too, doesn't it?
Huh?
Where's the others?
It's on the
It's in the first line, but not in the second. Okay. Yeah. But Chen means implies for somebody else. Servant. Okay. All right. Okay.
Shekyang Chungwei
Njungwei.
Njungwei Jay Wang Tu Chena Chimche Rangi Lu Rok Nam
Sok.
Sok Nam Rangdun Du Mi Kowar Shenki Trendu Kowarnja Shepa Yinla.
Yeah, good. Now, the first part here is interpreting the version we see elsewhere. And the second part here is interpreting the way it is in our text. So you would expect the opposite, but he's going to explain the variant reading, and then he's going to explain the reading we started with, okay? So what that means when you say, I will make myself, I will force my body and my whole life to become the servant, okay? What that means is, Dewang Tuchena means relative to this second version, okay? Relative to the second version, Dewang Tuchena. Chinche, from now on, okay? Okay, from now on. It kind of should have been Da Chinche, but that's okay. Chinche, from now on, I will take my life, my body, my life, and rather than committing it to my own purposes, rather than forcing it to serve my own purposes, I will force it to be the servant of other people. Okay, so even in the second reading, which doesn't say other, he supplies it. You see, the first reading mentioned others. The second reading didn't mention others, but the commentary adds others to the second reading. Okay, got it? So I will command my body to serve others. Okay, I will boss around my own body. Okay, and when you just read it as above, okay, which was Shenduku or Cha, okay, when you read it the first way, Yang Gawamete, Gawame.
There's no contradiction.
Yeah, there's no contradiction between the two versions. You know, there's no big contradiction. There's no contradiction here. Mete, Shengi Dunduku Cha. Rather than saying I will order my body to be the servant of others, you just change the reading to I will order my body to the purposes of others, rather than servant. Okay, so he says Gawame. You know, either reading is fine. Either way we read it is fine. That's the meaning of these two. He Sung said our Lama, which kind of is developing into a red flag that he's going on to a new verse. Okay. Okay, go.
Mi nyen chik nam nemna war chung wa dang na war chung wa dang chama la sok ngang yi na sok ngang na ki nye pa yi le nyang sung cha rang la kor wa yin.
You get that last part down, like,
Yeah, we want you doing that in your sleep. We want you doing that one in your sleep. I always think those people who are like who are at the ticket counters in the highways, and they have no, the people who stand in the immigration line and yell at you and say American passports to the left. I gotta think they do it in their sleep. You know, they're like American passports to the left. And he's gonna do in his sleep. Lengan Sijarala Kowayan, Lengan Sijarala Kowayan. Okay. And okay. Anyway, Minyan Signam Lao Chuwayang. Minyan?
That's, I haven't listened.
It means the unpleasant sound. Yeah, unsweet words. Okay, unsweet words. When they Nawarchung.
When they enter your ears.
Yeah, when they reach my ears.
He said it too, didn't he?
Yeah, when they reach my ears. When people say unnice things, and that reaches my ears, okay? So this is this pattern in this text. Tell me, with the root text, this pattern of 3 lines.
Yeah.
First line is the
The
current problem. Second line is the karmic correlation, and the third line is American passports to the left. oh, the wheel.
Passport to the left.
Now there's people who 8 hours a day they scream, American passports go to the left. And you can see that they said it for 6 months, you know. They go home and their wife says, what would you like for dinner? And they say, American passports to the left. Okay. What?
You'll never have to turn on me again.
Is that our musical
The chorus.
The background kick,
It's
the
the
backup
chorus. He's
singers
singing the
kick in.
chorus.
To what?
The backup singers kick in at the end of each verse.
So what's the karmic correlation? Chama.
saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
unkind speech.
No, it's one of the 10 bad deeds.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Divisive.
Divisive tongue.
right.
Divisive tongue.
Breaking into particles.
People set other people against you.
Yeah.
People talk to other people about you, and then the other people don't like you. They want to split you from this person, okay? And you may never know why they don't like you, but they took them aside and they gave them a long lecture about how bad you are. And now these people don't like you and you don't know why. And that's called divisive talk, okay? Okay, so chama la sopa, other such deeds. Nga ki nyepa, mistakes I made in talking, mistakes I made in how I say things, okay? And this yi is extremely important. Why?
Because it's instrumental.
By me.
Did it.
Yeah, that's what caused it. That's what caused the first line,
Right.
okay? That's the kind of behavior that caused the first line, okay?
Rare case of the instrumental working to the left.
Yeah, it is true.
Working what? To the left? Yeah.
Backwards. Okay, who's got the plan? Come on, you guys are sleepy. Anton, do something to this guy.
Sit straight.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Shete, Shenki, Rang La Manye Kai Yukpa, Tabu, Tabu, Nyampe, Sigma, Wate, Kulpa, Te Patang, Pensun, Nje, Arjepa, Tang Pongpo, Sokin Kyang, Tungne Tu Ka Yong, Kyong,
Kyun.
Kyun So Chungwei, Seiji Rak Nyam Tu, Mi Senpai.
Let's cut it there, okay? It'd just be easier, and it makes sense. Shenki rangla manye kayok. Rang manye means I didn't do anything, and they still abuse me. They still start saying bad things about it. So this manye means, rangla manye means, actually I didn't do what they're accusing me of. Okay, I'm innocent. It means I'm innocent. But they cover me with abuse, okay? Yokpa, kayokpa, tabu. And other such cases, tabu. And he's glossing when people say unsweet things to you. Okay, there's the root text. Okay, when they say unsweet words, what it means is they abuse me for something I didn't do in the first place. In English we say, I didn't do it in the first place. And then they're talking bad at me, okay? Or korpandep,
Or they discount me.
they put me down. You see, in normal language it means they put me down. Okay? Or, pensen jepache, they cause people, they try to create conflict between me and other people. They try to distance me from other people. Jepa means to hate. Okay? Probably jaw is related. Enemy. Okay? But they create tension between me and other people, okay? Chepa. Or when local pumpos,
Local authorities.
local authorities, didn't medu. I didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah, for no apparent reason. The gakin, gakin is, even in colloquial Tibetan, means to criticize, okay? Or reprimand, so you say, chungwei say, chidak, okay, you should learn this, it should be on your quiz next time. Talk, this talk doesn't mean famous, and this talk doesn't mean fierce. This spelling means better.
Better?
Yeah, good, bad, better. Then chidak means, what would be better for me to do? Like, don't sit there trying to decide on a course of action. Don't sit there saying to yourself, what's the best thing I should do to deal with this? How can I deal with this? Don't sweat. Don't like go crazy. What's the best thing to what's the best thing I should do here? Don't bust your brain, we say in English. Don't bust your brain. Don't sit there like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Okay, just shut up. Cartoon. It's not here. I just added it.
That's a commentary.
Yeah, that's a commentary. Nyamdu Misemba, don't think to yourself, oh, what should I do? I can't hang. What should I do? This person hates me. Rather, you should just start thinking to yourself, okay, oh, this is Ranki Shenla Trauma Chete. I did trauma to others in the past. Yeah, I split up people in the past. I purposely split up people in the past and got them to hate each other. So he connects it causally, which is not in the root text, okay? He connects, it's above, it's in the last paragraph. But he says, they set people at tension towards each other, create tension of people towards each other, okay? You've been doing that with how you talk to each of them. Oh, Scott, Ben said this about you. And oh, Ben, Scott's thinking like this. And then you get them to dislike each other without they didn't even meet each other. Okay, Penson Jason Chukpa. Chukpa means you get them to. So Chukpa is the modern form of Jukpa. Okay, Chuk is the very, very common colloquial. Kungala legadila Chukso. He got me to do this work. He assigned me to this work. He forced me to this work. Chuk. It probably came from Juk a long time ago. Okay? And I must have Siktubs, which is also one of the 10.
Harsh words.
Yeah, I must have done harsh speech, which is number 6, bad deed number 6, okay? Or maybe I could that.
Maybe you undervalued people.
Yeah, and here's the past tense of that, which we see in Sutapa, Sautapa.
And
Okay? So to summarize, this must be the debut of my nyepas in speech. Of my mistakes. Yeah, of my mistakes in speech. Just think like that. Don't bust your brains thinking, oh, what should I do? What's happening? What's going on? Why is he doing this to me? Relax. You messed yourself up. Just think about that. Okay? Stop worrying and start blaming yourself.
The real culprit.
Okay? Yeah.
Is the nay here backwards?
Which one?
Again,
We
we're
have
at time.
no time left.
The nay here is like rather than pointing back to the previous?
No, it points ahead.
It does, good.
Yeah, it's
We're going to get something.
it's like when he started to suggest that when you're fasting, you think that you are taking on other people's hunger and thirst. And that came after he talked about taking on. So it means the next line of the root text is telling you more about the solution. Like, and it always starts with Dani. Dani. Now, from now on, I will change my act. Okay, I will do some other way. I will find another way. Dani ne, followed by Dani, with sawa in between, always means Oh, well, once you've done that, well, now change your behavior. Now do Lojo. Okay, got it?
Yep.
Cool. Stopped here. 9:25.
He's got a really, like, as his Tibetan gets better, he's got a really great formula to follow here.
Yeah.
This text really clues you into what you
Yeah, your text is, as we said, we gotta get a name to that. It's predictable, so it's a course of action. You see what I mean? Like you can guess what's coming up next, and then you see it in the words.
Right.
And if you just hit the words cold, you might not understand them. But anticipate, it's translator anticipation.
Translation.
Yeah, you're anticipating what he's probably going to say, which happens to be, I will criticize my own faults. Okay. I will criticize my own weaknesses. Okay, cool. Did we say she?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shibuki Joshi Meto Cham Rira Lingshin Yende Gembani Sanye Shingdu Mikte Wargi Gyoku Namda Shingha Chuparsho Idam Guru Ratnamandala Kanya Dayani
Gewa
Dikewo Kun Sanam Yeshe Sosokshin Sanam Yeshe Lechungwe Damba Kunyi Tobarsho Smoky Doki